both nicknames I had as a child. Are we on the internet?
Hey, look, twins!
Twins?
Oh.
Wait a second. Is this a Talks Machina exclusive? Laura, you're having twins? I didn't even know you were pregnant.
New announcement. I am wearing my pregnant shirt after all. I'm not pregnant.
Brian,
Holy cow.
Missing another 9 months of shows.
Danny, did you know about this?
Brian, they were twins in the first campaign. Come on.
Well, spoiler alert.
Oh my
goodness gracious. Just come right out with the spoilers tonight. The Mighty Nine deal with shadows of the past.
Okay.
Plan a future con. Just keep going.
Feels good.
And scry on Yasha's bloody present.
Oh.
Ooh.
That is not a euphemism. I checked with Ashley earlier, just to make sure. We're going to break it all down with my guest, Liam Oberon, and star of Gears of War 5.
It's out. Wait, I got to
Just
show
came
off
out
my
today.
Yeah, look
You
at
got
that.
to
My
take
cog.
two.
what on my giant guns.
Now, if the game sells really well, will you get an actual tattoo?
Shut up!
Considering how great your bicep
scabby
is,
right
that's
now.
relatively small.
Yeah.
Right now, it sort of just looks like
Just like this big.
a spider bite that maybe you drew.
Shut up! It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Do you know what's perfect? Gears of War 5. And also...
It's technically just called Gears 5.
2-5.
What?
It dropped the of War. We dropped of War.
You dropped of War?
Yeah, it's just Gears. No.
How come? What was that meeting like?
Because the reason is because nobody says, well, except for you, Brian, nobody says Gears of War. Everyone just says Gears.
Do you
Are
fuck
there 5 gears in the game?
No, that's just how many gears there's have been so far.
Do you fuck with of war?
I fuck with of War. I fuck with God of War. I fuck with Gears of War, the game previously known as Gears of War. Now Gears 5.
Now it's just a symbol.
Now they're not going to send me
That one.
all that and more tonight on Talks Machina.
Best segue.
I got you. I got you.
I didn't put money on it. Nobody heard me put money on it. In case, a couple announcements real fast outside of Gears 5.
Woo!
It's just Gears 5.
Yes.
If
Starring
if they make
Laura
another
Bailey.
one, it'll just be G6. They're just gonna keep.
Stop
It's
it.
gonna be G7.
Stop it.
In case you missed our announcement earlier today, this is a good one. The next episode of Between the Sheets, featuring our dear friend Felicia Day, is going to air this Monday, September 16th at 7 p.m. Pacific on our Twitch channel. Oh man, this was a good one. We filmed it a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
2 or 3 weeks ago. She has a new book coming out, and it's fantastic. So we talked about a bunch of stuff. She's brilliant.
She is brilliant.
She's brilliant.
Funny, sharp as a
She,
whip.
she
Yeah.
kicked me around a lot, and I like that. I need it,
You get it.
I get it. VOD will be available the following Wednesday, and you can listen to each episode on our podcast network a week later. Did you know we have a podcast network?
I had heard something about that.
This show is a podcast.
Right now, it is.
It's not right now. I mean, it's going to turn into one.
Henry.
It's because his uncles are
Oh,
here.
buddy.
He's distracted. You can go wherever you want.
You can go, Henry.
Keep your weenus away, though.
Is it out?
It was before the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
well, he gets excited when Uncle Liam's here too. As a reminder, there will not be an episode of Critical Role this week.
Boo.
Bummer. But you can catch our very own Matthew Mercer at Heroes Comic Con in Stockholm this weekend. He should just not wear an ASAP Rocky t-shirt. Was it Ferg or was it Rocky, Steve?
It's Ferg.
It was Ferg.
No, it's Rocky.
It was
These
Rocky.
are old references.
No, they're not. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the movie. I'm talking about the rapper.
Got locked up.
Got locked up.
I understand.
Take care, Matt. Be safe. We'll also take a break from Talks Machina next week because there won't be an episode to talk about. What there will be,
What will there be?
I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
It's the Legend of Vox Machina Tavern Keeper build live stream. What the fuck is that?
It's
you know what
pretty
that
awesome.
is? You friends out there can help literally pick and build a character that's going to be in the animated series that'll be out 6 or 7 years from now. I don't know how long it takes to make a show.
Gonna help design a cartoon.
You're going to help design a cartoon character.
It's pretty cool.
If it's anything like Orly, which was also designed by our community,
It'll be badass.
we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
We're in for a treat. That's going to be next Tuesday in place of Talks Machina. Be sure to check out the poll at critroll.com. This is Kashmir. /
Ooh.
wanted. And for more information, check out our website. What's our website address, Laura?
Critroll.com?
That's it.
correct.
That's it. You got it.
Wow.
Tell her what she wins, Brian.
Well, Zach, I think there's only one way to celebrate. Go back to Laura and show us what she's won.
Oh. A rare bowling touchdown. Nice.
Those are hard.
Nice.
Oh no.
Can I get a turkey tonight?
Oh man, this is the second time you've asked me that today. Let us now discuss episodes 76 and 77 of Critical Role, Reforged and A Tangled Web.
Plus.
That's later.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's later.
I don't know how these
We're
things
also
work.
going to go over some Dalen's Closet questions later, but I'm going to give a spoiler alert before we do that.
okay,
For people that aren't caught up, let me host the show.
sorry, I'm
I get
sorry.
paid tens of dollars to do this. It's Reforged and A Tangled Web.
Oh. Are you watching it?
Are you watching
Did
it?
you finish it? 'Cause
Did you
I haven't
finish
finished
it?
No.
My
Haven't
goodness.
started, just prepped. We're talking about the Dark Crystal, everybody. Very
watching it.
topical to Critical Role.
Yeah, I'm watching it with Travis, and he doesn't remember the movie at all, so he's not like
Oh.
I just watched the movie with my kids to prep them for the series.
dark. The show is dark, bruh.
I can't wait. The movie is beautiful. The story is a little light. It's
Yeah,
a little
well,
light.
it
It's
makes
like,
a lot of things make sense.
Let's go get
no
the
more
crystal.
Spoilers.
You're the chosen one. Why? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I like to explain things.
Kind of like the Matrix, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, show off those shoes, man. Those are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like my new kicks?
I do.
They're pretty sweet.
What's on the bottom?
There's a price tag, I think. Let's get rid of that.
Oh, no.
But
Don't do
what I
that.
do like is underneath the shoelaces is a lightning bolt.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Laura Bailey, I'm so happy to be here with you. A Laura and Liam episode of Talks is like a rare baseball card. You get like 20 copies of the Talis and Liam baseball
That's
card.
true.
So many copies of the Matt and Sam baseball card.
Are there a lot of
There's
them?
only like 3. This is the
This
third
is pretty ultra rare.
twin ultra rare baseball card.
Congratulations.
On your baseball
You're
card.
celebrating appearances on a talk show about a D&D campaign.
Yeah, that's right, we are.
You've done great. Hey, guys.
My buddy.
My buddy.
My buddy and me. Isn't that how it ends?
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
I was trying to harmonize, but then there was no melody. That's the story of my life. That's the name of my memoir. I was trying to harmonize, but there was no melody. Well, we're going to begin tonight's show the way we begin every episode of Talks Machina, with a question for Mika Burton. Crit roll stats, actually.
Got some stats?
Got some stats.
I
Yeah.
have my stats.
This is for episode 76. Bread was mentioned how many times 2 episodes ago, would you guess?
2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
69.
Okay, very
Oh,
close.
that's good.
Very
I'm going to
close.
say, well, you're saying very close. I'm going to say 42.
Right in the middle, 52. Yeah, congrats.
got it surrounded.
Yep.
Hey, 69 and 42 are the best numbers.
Right?
You're only missing 420, and then you would
Yeah.
have the internet's 3 favorite numbers.
42 and 69 are the meaning of life and
The meaning of
of life.
Yeah,
Wow.
true fact.
Wow. Then what would 666 be?
The meaning of death?
The meaning of death? Let's not make it dark. We don't need a Chris Lockey vibes in here. Episode 76 also had the 300th natural one of campaign 2. We're not giving, are we still giving money away to children whenever that happens or something?
No.
I guess we only
We
did
did
that for a
that.
little bit. I guess even our generous hearts ran out of generosity.
How dare you make me answer no to that question, Brian?
Oh, sorry. At one point, it's important to remember that we were gracious. 100th message spell was cast. 100th message. That's a lot
I've
of.
done so much more messaging than I have healing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you are a battle mercy.
Right?
You still don't know.
I don't know what
that
the
means.
fuck that means.
Patrick, can you? It's not
You're
great
fighty,
for-
not
Oh.
Healy.
Yeah.
Well,
I have my co-DM here tonight and one of my players.
yeah.
Yeah, Dominic, who plays a Dragonborn monk.
Yeah.
Very cool
Ooh.
combo.
What color?
And
Silver.
Silva, he
That's hot.
says in his accent. And then Patrick Fugit,
Silva.
star of Talison's favorite movie, Wrist Cutters, most recently seen in First Man with Ryan Gosselberg. He hates that I'm doing this. I'm going to get killed after the show. But Patrick and I co-DM because we have 9 players.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Most of them amateurs like Steve Bloom, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn,
a good game.
TV's Wilfred Ale.
Yeah.
We have 9 players as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, episode 77.
We are 15 minutes into this show.
Okay.
Nah,
questions.
we're gonna go long. We have a lot to talk about. 10 days passed between Caleb's talks with the imprisoned Scourger.
Scourger.
Jester cast 9 instances of sending. Time with her record in episode 62. And episodes 76 and 77 both tie for the most DM facepalms in campaign 2.
Not surprising.
14.
Wow.
14 times
Welcome.
you drove the man to look down into his energy drink and wonder why he started this game in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Our first question is for both of you, but I want both of you to answer. It's from Christ's Arc. Can you talk about any changes with your characters that you made sure was reflected in their new character art? Go to critroll.com to see the new character art, by the way,
Oh,
if you haven't
man.
yet.
You have so many.
Ariana did a fantastic job. Ornerine on Twitter, but we talked at length. Got batted back and forth between.
Yeah.
I was sort of the point man to Ariana, so I talked to the cast about what everybody wanted and what they wanted reflected, and went back and forth. And there was like revisions and changes, and all story driven.
Yeah. Liam made fun of me because I
Took the longest.
did it instead of
Got
just
the
like
most
make her hot.
revisions.
I asked for a lot of changes.
What were some of the biggest changes that you asked for, or the most important ones to you that were your real sticking points?
That she was hot.
Okay, you just got done saying, it's not like I told her.
I approve of this, Laura.
She's being facetious.
I sort of drew out the outfit like really sorry shittily, like super bad.
Yeah.
And then she like looked at my shitty drawing and went, okay, what does this actually mean?
And then you had to explain it.
I don't remember it like that. I just remember just a lot of ping pong with it. But
Yeah.
that's fine. It's
Yeah.
a gorgeous portrait.
It is. I wanted her to look more and more like the Traveler, like I've been saying, like the Traveler cosplay. So that's why I've taken her little capelet and made it a full coat in tribute. Yeah.
You talked about her wanting to be a little, like dressing a little more adult, even though she still has that
Yes.
same spirit
She's
of wonder.
figuring out how to age up. Like Jester is going through a very like tough period of figuring out who she actually is now. So I wanted her clothes to kind of reflect that.
Wow. How cool that you think so deeply about your characters. Was it the same for Gears of War 5?
Yeah, bitch.
Gears.
Just Gears.
Just
5.
Gears. Just gears. Ah, fuck. Now Laura has to answer this one.
Wait, I haven't answered. Do you want my answer as well?
I thought you did answer, goddammit.
I
You were
answered
talking.
for Laura. Doesn't that
did.
count?
Well, you shouldn't be answering for her. She's a grown-ass
I try to answer
woman.
all of Laura's questions, right, Laura? That's right, Brian.
This is why he would have made a great president. Keep going, sir.
One of us is in Gears 5, and it's not me.
It's not.
He's a pretty good actor. Caleb covered himself in dirt as a hiding mechanism, and that's gone. They're exposed. So I just cleaned him up, shaved that shit off his face,
Put him in a badass coat.
put him in a badass coat that is going to stick out like a sore thumb once they go home, and
hard,
The scarf is tight.
asked that he look a little more grim and less like in the first round of art. I wanted him to look frazzled, and he did.
Yeah.
And now you wanted him
sad.
to look
He looked
grim.
kind of sad in the first arc.
Grim, yeah.
A surprising character choice coming from
Determined.
you.
Someone put the gerbil next to me.
I don't
That's not where they go.
What's happening?
keep going.
I love that
Oh,
you
look,
guys
we each
are
have
I know.
holding each
knowledge.
other, or each other's, yeah. Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Sappho Joe wants to know, Jester is very good at picking up on when other members of the group are upset and is quick to offer reassurances. Why is she so reluctant to share her own troubles when she knows it's nothing to be ashamed of?
Oh, well, mostly it's because I'm not aware that it's nothing to be ashamed of. I don't like having problems when everyone else needs to be happy.
Will you guys please answer the remaining questions in the show in character using the puppets?
Y'all
And-
watching a lot of Dark Crystal.
Yes, but also,
Wait, just get a shot of their feet, because that's my favorite part on Dark Crystal when they're running.
if you guys can't tell by the kind of content we put on this channel, if you ask Maxwell James what his kink is, he says Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but only the puppet parts. So I think we should, his words, not mine. I think we should answer the, okay, Liam.
Yeah.
As your button-eyed character there, who I often wake up in a fever dream picturing stabbing me in the face repeatedly.
Yeah, fit that in.
No offense to whoever sent that in, it's just that it was thrown at my face once. McFly Cahill 90 wants to know, hello McFly. Caleb took a big dunamantic step toward and solidified his friendship with Essex. What does Essex trust now mean to Caleb?
Drop the dunce. Well, you know, I'm not entirely certain that Essex does. Oh, what is wrong with my hair? It's
Get it out of your face, Caleb. I thought you cleaned yourself up after all.
That's better. Yeah, I can't shave. I'm a doll. I do not know how to shave.
Wow.
So I am not sure that Essex trusts me in the first place. And
I think he does.
I disagree, agree to disagree. And I don't really trust Essex either. I assume that he is working me for his own angles.
I think Essex really likes you.
He's working you for his own angles?
This is the best thing that's ever happened.
You can take the sexual innuendo is baked into the answer because I do think that Essex maybe likes the cut of my jib and
How do you... Oh,
Did they add a jib to that doll by any chance? Can we take a look at it?
go ahead.
Holy fuck!
looking!
God damn it! It's
I was looking!
first
Stop it! I
question.
wasn't touching anything!
This is Twitch. I don't know if
Don't
that's
stop it! Stop filming me! I'm awkward now.
Arsqueef. My God, we've just.
Over a decade.
Oh, wow.
Was that your face?
It was my face. Look away, Henry. These puppets will never be the same.
I think that Caleb thinks that Essex is trying to stack up favors and get him under his thumb. He might even be a mole. Caleb's not sure.
Whoa.
He is catching those vibes that
Wouldn't it
Essex
be
is throwing.
so great though if Essex just wanted a friend?
Sure, it would
He just
be
hasn't
great.
had one in his life
Wouldn't-
because of his environment.
That'd be awesome if that's how it turns out. And once they have done the deed, I'll tell you what the answer is.
Okay.
Hey, what's that dangling from Caleb's hand? Is it perhaps the remaining piece of clothing he took from his mother's
No,
burnt
it's his bandages
corpse?
that he's taken off.
Bandages.
Oh, I see.
Couple
That he
up
has
my
removed
socks.
because
I
he
thought it
doesn't
was
need them
something
anymore.
much more innocent. Laura,
Wow.
Badass Assassin wants to know, now that mentions of the travelers following being a cult have been planted, does this change Jester's perspective on it?
No.
Liam. Go ahead.
He's
Go
a god. I mean, cults are people following someone who thinks they're a god, but they're not actually. The traveler is a god. So we're not the cult.
And cults are also
They're
sometimes
a really cool religion.
there are also sometimes people following someone who claims to speak for God.
But that's not what the traveler is doing. He's not. He's.
So you say, but I can have my own
the cult
theories.
would be if I got a bunch of followers and I was like, everybody listen to me because I follow the traveler.
How do we know that's not
He
what you're
speaks
doing
directly
with
to
the
me.
Mighty Nine?
Because she makes unicorns and lollipops.
Right.
How else is she going to entice you all to follow her into, what will definitely be destruction and betrayal?
The real answer is Jester is a god. Nobody gave her her powers. She imagines everything. The traveler isn't real.
That's what I said from episode 1.
Just keep the lollipops coming, man.
Just keep the lollipops coming, man. It's the second time I've heard you say that today.
Oh.
Carno Lesbian Liam has a question for you, to no one's surprise. Caleb takes debts and favors very seriously. Is he concerned about how much both the party in general and he specifically owe to Essek?
Well, he did promise a lot to Trent Ickathon. We all know how that ended. I mean,
That's for being named Trent.
It's true.
Apologies to the Trents out there.
and to Matthew Mercer.
Who?
I think wasn't
Let
Trent
the man answer the question.
wasn't Trent a wizard that Matt rolled as a kid? I think that's true.
so. I think so.
Yeah.
Bolivar was his name. Why are you
I just
giggling?
can't stop thinking about the little feet running in Dark Crystal.
Oh my God.
I love their little feet.
Did you take edibles before the show and they just kicked in?
No.
If so, why? No, I'm not
didn't.
sure. We could all be having fun thinking about the Dark Crystal right now. I'm enamored by Liam's wonderful character analysis. Meanwhile, you're dancing all over his
fine.
Johnson with your.
Barely remember what we were talking about.
Sorry.
We were talking about
cool.
Critical Role.
Now I have forgotten the question.
About what you guys owe to Essek.
Oh, how do I feel? How does Caleb feel about like debts and?
Yeah.
Well, I think he wants to keep all the balls in the air. I think he feels like they're clever enough to.
Why do you keep doing this?
What? Talk about testicles?
Every answer has so many layers of innuendo. I hear them laughing back here. I hear them laughing. And if they're laughing, it means it's something dirty. Anyway, continue.
Listen, you got to crunch these nuts somehow. And he thinks that they can play all sides, and not in a oh, I'm gonna hoodwink everyone, but like they can meet the needs of the different people that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
He's trying. I mean, it's a long shot, but he's trying to actually broker some sort of a peace. You know, one in 1,000 chance, but that's what he's given a shot.
Yeah, I understand.
Let me see the feet again. That's it. This is our show now.
This is our show now. Max is over there weeping. He's so excited. He's weeping.
Henry too.
Yeah, Henry's.
He's so sleepy.
Maybe Henry had some of the edibles.
There are no edibles.
Not anymore. You ate them all. Answer this question. Answer this question, you fucking degenerate. From our friend Rachel Klein. We know that Jester always feels the need to prove herself to others. So how did she feel when Essek told her that there was nothing he'd want to learn from her? Did it hurt her feelings at all?
Yeah.
This is also a podcast. You can't just nod. You have to say yes.
It did hurt her feelings.
Okay.
And yes, she did try to hide it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she is struggling right now.
It's interesting that you keep saying that, and that it's such an important part of your journey right now that you wanted it to be reflected in the art.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I mean,
I made fun of you for it earlier, but now I respect it.
thank you.
That's what 10 minutes will do to you.
Just a little contemplation. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know who she is right now.
Yeah.
I think that's starting to register in her brain. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what's starting to register in my brain? Cosplay of the week.
Smooth as hell.
Cosplay of the week, yeah!
Isn't this a good show, you guys?
Fucking brilliant.
They're lying.
It's fine.
They're lying. This is the closest we've ever had to a studio audience. And it's two people who heckle the shit out of me. Hey, our winner this week was sent in by Jobby.
Joby?
I said Joby, you said Jobby. At Jobby Likos. Oh, the last name's not any easier either.
Likos?
Don't look. I have a perfect streak of pronunciation on the show. I'm not going to have it. Photographer Topher Oriel at Topher Oriel. Let's take a look. What are you laughing at?
So beautiful.
Oh, it is beautiful.
It's upside down.
It's not upside down.
Oh, it's not?
God, look at all that. Is that braiding with leather?
I think so.
Jeez.
Gorgeous. She did such a good job.
Pretty crazy.
That's gorgeous.
Fond of that character.
That's based on art, right? I think I've seen
I
that.
think it is.
Yeah.
Right, Liam? You
Is
would
that
know.
character on this show?
Shut the fuck up, man.
Soon.
Pretty soon.
Soon.
I know.
Oh man, so soon.
But do you know what that means, though? The end of my beloved show, Blind Spot.
No.
What? How will it end?
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Did we decipher the tattoos? Was
Yeah,
that
they figured out the
season one?
tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's a cooking show.
No.
It's about football.
Every single one of the tattoos led back to getting a C at USC Writing School.
Oh.
Congrats to you, Joby. You have won this newly redesigned Hero Vault featuring art by our friends Devin Rue and Crystal Sully. Okay,
Wait,
here's
open
the
it.
deal. I open it every week, I smell it. Don't rush me, okay? This show is as long as I want it to be. Do you understand? Okay, hold on.
Look at how cool it is on the inside.
You
Can I
show
see it?
it to
Okay.
him. It's too
Oh,
beautiful.
did I get your
Like,
finger?
Look at. No, were you aiming for it?
No.
You
Look
missed. Wow.
And then you can put your dice in here. You
So
put
that's
your-
the Devin
you
Rue
put your
one.
D20 in it.
Yep. Yep.
The cover.
Look at that. Wow.
Look at where you put your D20.
Yeah, stop doing that. That's the.
And then you can put your other dice here.
For some reason, that makes me uncomfortable.
Faster.
I hate this
Yep.
episode. This is the. I'll show that one off for fan art of the week. Can I have that back, please?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Mark.
trust you with this.
I didn't smell it. How's it smell?
It smells beautiful. It smells like an autumn breeze. It smells like
Let me smell it.
the water coming off of the Pacific Northwest mountains. It smells like just out of reach.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Oh, it is good.
Liam,
Yes.
It smells like a new closet.
Let's
course.
talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
of course it does. You're high as fuck.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that.
Oh, I'm spreading awful rumors about you.
Oh.
Liam.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Jerry still here?
Jerry!
Is Max still here? Yeah. Max, can you please bring in a whiskey for Laura on the rocks? This is getting out of control. I just.
It's
fuck,
fine, Max.
man.
I don't need one.
Stop saying that. That's what happens. This is what happens, Larry. Liam,
Yeah.
Yetanim wants to know. Caleb's called the Scourgers his brothers and sisters and showed the captured Volstrekker empathy, even telling her sorry at the end. Can you tell us about what led him to face his past in this manner?
Well, he's.
Do you want to reveal it?
I can talk a little
You
bit
can say
about
what
it.
you want.
He's been thinking about these people for years, and wondering. Like, he didn't spend time with full-blown Scourgers, as a student. He was on his way to being one, and I think he wondered, with everything that happened to him, what state somebody who'd been in it for a few years would be in, and he figured that it was probably a losing scenario, but he still wanted to try, and this is probably obvious, he was trying to see if anyone who had gone through that was a lost cause, and he's thinking about his other two friends and to have a sense of what they might be like as well. And he definitely had affection for them before everything ended. So, and he still, we've been doing this show for this campaign for 70 plus episodes, and he still is not happy with himself. He still is got tons and tons of self-loathing, but he understands that that he was manipulated. He still has lots of personal blame for himself. He's not going to absolve himself of that, but he understands that he was abused. And so this woman in this cell who's younger than him is a victim of abuse. And she's probably done even more terrible things than he has, but so is he. And if he has any hope for himself, he has to offer the same kind of thought to her, or any of them.
Outside of himself, does Caleb believe that someone can truly be a lost cause? Outside of himself, how he feels about
Well, it's
himself.
funny, he thinks about Yasha a lot, even though he's not the closest in the group to her. And I think he would be quicker to make excuses for her than he would for himself. And that's not necessarily logical or fair, but he would be quicker to absolve her and say that, well, she was taken advantage of or controlled in some way, and he's not able to make the same allowances for himself.
Good
Drink
answer.
that drink. There was a lot of business going on to get that here.
Laura.
Yes.
Felon Grey Days wants to know. Oh, another felon. Jester lied to the group about what the gentleman said after using the sending spell. Do you feel she's lying more to the group or to herself? How fully does she believe that the gentleman is actually her father?
She fully believes the gentleman is her dad. She fully knows that the gentleman doesn't think that or doesn't care. But she thinks she'll be able to convince him otherwise. And she's not about to let everybody else know that there's another person, that there's somebody out there that is shitting on her a bit.
Yeah.
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 She doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Did you just pop all your knuckles at once? That was so crazy. Did you hear that? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, nice. Where did that one come from?
These are these parts.
Oh,
on
I don't
your
know how
thumb.
to do that one.
I don't think that's healthy. Is that good for you?
I don't know.
Really?
I used to pop and twist my back like crazy,
Yeah.
and then I've got herniated discs now.
There could be a connection.
Popping and locking.
I like those ones with the springs that work out, the things. I do that while I do the Thigh Master. You remember the Thigh
Yeah,
Master?
you gotta
Mine
do it at
still
the same
works,
time. You
man.
might as well do it at the same time.
Might as well. It's what I always do.
Yeah.
I'll put on a little Miami Vice.
Get that shake weight out.
Put on your jazzercise outfit.
The shake weight?
Yeah.
I don't like that one too much because
pretty good.
I was shaking a lot as a child. It brings back. Liam. Thank you
That's
for
really good form, Liam.
Thank you for that gift.
He knows.
Thank you for that gift.
Oh, don't stare at me while you do it.
No, stare at this camera. Stare at Greg right here.
Stop.
All right. There is
You know what you've done.
somewhere there's a little Englishman who got up in the middle of the night to make gifts of the show, and he's so happy, and I am so
You know what
happy
they
for
say?
him.
They say practice, practice, practice.
Ah, yes. They do. They do. Oh boy.
Can't wait for my kids to turn into teenagers and find this show.
They will never watch this. They won't get past my intro. They'll be like, oh, that guy?
Maybe in podcast form.
Maybe.
Where they can skip ahead? Yeah.
Right. What's he doing?
Good radio. You got a coaster under there, Steve? Hey, who answered the last question? That was Laura.
Laura did.
Oh, okay.
Liam,
Yes.
XTRM wants to know.
Yes.
I believe you once said that Caleb is afraid to return to Rextron. Now we see him actually in favor of going. Why the change in mindset? Is there some newfound confidence toward facing his past?
Absolutely. He has powerful friends. He has a powerful family of warriors and cultists and goblins. And, and they are in the pocket of a queen. They have a lot of assets now, and he has learned a lot and can do a lot more than he was able to. And he's you know, I didn't know where I was going to be at this point. At the start of this campaign, I was like, I bet one of these 5 paths could be where this goes, and it kind of is going down one of them, but one of them could have been walking away as an NPC.
Wow.
And rejoining, and one could have just been be a coward to the very end.
Like me.
But he's going a little more. I don't know. The group, our real cast, our family, is a little too persuasive as a family. So it's kind of hard to.
Sam walked away.
It's true.
Well, he's not sane.
Correct. Laura. Tiamat ZX wants to know, Jester seemed very disappointed and confused that no one else could see the Traveler at all. How is this affecting her opinion of the Mighty Nine as a whole, considering her entire devotion to her BFF?
I do think it's weird that nobody else can see him. Because he's so very there.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you just chalk it up to how awesome of a god he is, that he can be seen by just one person if they so choose.
He is very there. Like, it's not like the Raven Queen or Serenray.
Yeah, it's kind of
We're like right at the.
it's kind of weird because like
yeah, he's like all up in your girl.
yeah, because Caduceus, like there's a spell called Commune, right? And that's something Caduceus does a lot. And I kind of don't know if what Commune would do for the Traveler, because I already can sit down and
there.
talk to him. I can just go like flat out, hey, have you heard of this thing, this beacon? Do you know what it does? So.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Tell him he's acting weird.
He's not acting weird.
He's acting weird.
He just loves Jester so much. He's just the best disciple.
He's fake. He's fake.
No.
Do you know what's real?
Fan art of the week!
Hey!
Our dad.
Our dad.
Ding.
Look at you wearing a sweater.
That's a good sweater.
Yeah, that's what you gave me.
The last time you guys came was the episode where Molly Mock had died, right? Yep. Both of you guys were here for that? That was a sad one.
Wow.
How would you rate this against that episode?
I don't want to get into that.
Oh, they don't want to get into it. Okay. We'll ask at the end. It's not a competition.
I mean, both episodes would have to be good.
Plus, there's no Ashley Beck. This week's fan art winner for Campaign 2, Episode 77 was sent in by KL, at King KL. Let's take a look.
Ooh!
Oh, I love this
pretty.
piece.
I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I saw that at home
was
and
a
passed it
rare
over
moment.
to Travis because it was so beautiful.
Wow, that's a Christmas present for you, Laura Bailey.
It's gorgeous.
it's so good.
Beautiful.
All the
Yeah,
broken
I've seen-
apart.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh man, I thought that was like ribbon. No,
it's
he's
broken.
breaking up.
Kinsanagi.
Wow, that is great.
Even his stink finger broke off.
Wow. Great midsection. Really.
So
What about
beautiful. I
the
love
teeth?
the flower.
What about the teeth?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
His hair's still in place though.
Well, you gotta have perfect hair.
He's got great hair.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like if a clicker from The Last of Us was beautiful.
It was just super hot.
Thank you to everyone who submitted. Congrats to you, Kale. You have won this newly redesigned Hero Vault. This one featuring art by our friend Crystal Sully. This one's awesome. Look at that.
What was that?
Get a good
That's it.
Let me show it to the people
Wow,
first.
that's beautiful.
Wow.
That is
go.
awesome. Oh, you know what it smells like? It smells like the tears of a child.
Kale, your art is always beautiful. Done so much. Thank you.
Man, remember you can enter our weekly contest by
wow.
visiting critroll.com/submit.
Whoa. Whoa.
Incredible.
I stretched.
That is high-level casting, Brian.
I stretched. Rules for our contest are available at critroll.com. That's our website. That one smells pretty good, right?
Smell it.
Yeah. It smells kind of like patchouli or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, doesn't it smell like earthy?
It smells earthy. It's nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Sorry our nose is all over your prizes.
They don't care. That increases the value by dollars. Give me that. You're going to pinch somebody with it.
Pinch.
Wow, wonderful. Moving on. Oh, speaking of, this question's for you, Liam. From the Lady Tiefling, when you seaminged everybody into assembly members, Caleb made himself look like Trent instead of any of them under 9. Was that intentional? Did Caleb obviously not want to look into the face of the man who inflicted so much harm and trauma on him?
That is correct.
Nice.
Why bother looking at him? And also, he's enemy number 1, so he would also put that on. Makes sense just to put that on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look, a question about Mika Burton's character. I missed her already.
Me too.
Mika did quite well on this program.
I saw her. She did a great job hosting.
How great of a job.
I mean, not Brian levels of great, but pretty great.
Okay, thank you, Liam. Laura?
I mean, it was not Brian levels of great.
Jasari wants to know. Jester's note to Rini was so sweet and exactly what Rini needed to hear. And she's also recently been trying to help Not with her alcohol addiction. Was there something that happened that caused her to behave in a more motherly way toward her friends?
Oh, wow. I think our studio audience is being distracting.
Real distracting.
Stifled sneeze. It was well stifled, though.
It was a sneeze.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Sneeze is okay.
Oh, man, Laura was just about to go deep.
I was. Now it's just gonna be a little stupid Jester answer now. No, just kidding. It's her like outside of the Traveler. Her example for people that help is her mom, and so she tries to emulate that.
Yeah.
I don't have like a deep answer. She
You think
just
Jester's mom is proud of her no matter what, though?
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what path she takes, no matter what, because, you know, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless she like, does something like Yasha.
Okay, Ashley, if you're watching, let's disinvite Laura from the wedding.
Come back, Dark Empress. We miss you.
Aww.
It's almost time.
I feel like,
Soon.
why don't I give like longer answers like you give?
Sometimes you do.
How many episodes have we been doing this for, Max? 125? I've been asking that for 125 episodes.
I know.
Why doesn't Laura give better answers? No, I think yours are fine.
Okay.
I think yours are fine. You're not Sam. You don't sit here and go, well, how can I make Liam's answer about me? You know what I mean? Like, at least you keep your shit, about you. It's just, I think you also you make your point very concisely. You don't like to drone on and on and on and on, like, say, Travis or Matt.
Right. That's true.
And now there's more time for that.
Plus, your puppet work is great.
Thank you. If anybody's looking for somebody to hire for the next season of Dark Crystal, I'm just putting my name out there. I could puppeteer or do voices.
Yeah, check her out in
I'm
Gear.
Laura Bailey of Many Talents.
Check her out in the new game Gear. Liam,
Here's 5.
Wacky Historian wants to know,
Oh, wacky historian.
you think the darkness is your ally?
I was born in the wacky.
Oh no.
Oh, that's sad, Laura Bailey.
This episode's got everything! You've chosen to roleplay several of Caleb's class abilities, the Transmuter Stone, Shape Changer, the level before he gets them. What made you decide to do this, and how far ahead do you look into future wizard abilities to get ideas?
It is really impressive how you do that.
It's fun. It's just making stories. That's what we do here. We spin stories.
Yeah.
That's what we're a dream factory, man. And I look at D&D, I mean, D&D can be whatever anyone who uses it wants it to be, but I look at it as a skeleton that we get to weave beautiful stories on.
You're really good at making it like clear though your intentions of why you like pulled those things, you know? Like I'll think those things in my head and then I'll never actually like speak them out loud and then they just come out randomly. So it's really cool how you set the things in motion.
Thank you. You are my favorite actor.
What?
So that's an even trade.
Thank you.
Sure.
You never saw Whitney Cummings' show?
It was really good.
Steve was a big fan of that one.
It's got Whitney, right?
Yeah, that was the name of it. It's Whitney Bitch, I think was the name of it. Hey, Laura. Feral Dan Pride wants to know. Ferelden Pride?
That
I don't know.
Yeah.
If Dan's feral, that's up to him. Traveler Con is getting closer, and Jester is very excited for it.
Yeah.
What are her thoughts about what to expect at the con? A religious union, celebration, or something else entirely?
I'm reading it because I didn't really listen.
Listen when I fucking... This is why we never ask you to be on the show. That and you're outstandingly unreliable.
I think she thinks it's going to be a really awesome celebration where probably, you know, the Traveler will ask her to host a few panels
Oh my God.
because obviously, because she's his best follower, you know. So yeah, maybe there will be a rave.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still figuring it out. Maybe a costume contest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just,
The schedule is still in the air.
after going to Burning Man for the first time, I really just imagined Traveler Con as Burning Man, except everyone was wearing green cloaks. It's the only difference. Lots of
And instead of a
light-up cars.
desert, it's a volcano.
But it's an island now.
A volcano on an
Island.
island.
Volcano Island.
Uh-huh.
I saw that Sci-Fi Channel movie.
Speaking of animals,
I think it starred Lorenzo Lamas. Remember him?
I like
No.
llamas.
Greg laughed because it's his favorite actor. He gets mad when I pull out the Lorenzo Lamas joke. He's like, remember Renegade, dude? He's like, that second season was underrated, fool. I got DVD if you ever want to come by my aunt's place and watch it. Laura, you just answered that one. Fuck you. Liam.
Oh,
Nah, no, I don't mean...
non-aggressively,
no,
but I'll
not
take the question.
aggressively. Goalstab wants to know.
What stab?
Goalstab?
Gall stab.
It's an odd place to get stabbed.
Gall.
How many Patrick, is there a gull on a body? Is that a body part?
Gall, like a gall.
No, it's G-U-L.
I don't think you need it, but yeah, maybe somebody has it.
Gallstones? How many porcelain cats does Caleb have? Are they all Jorhassian? Will he try and acquire more from other places? How would he feel about a...
Matryoshka.
Of all of Frumpkin's forms?
That's the most important question we've ever
I know.
asked on Top
That's
Modern.
This is the most important
That's
question.
pretty great. And a fan gave me, a friend of the show gave me Matryoshkas that are Caleb, Vax, Liam the DM from my one-shots that I did earlier.
That's so cool.
And what's the smallest one? Maybe it's Frumpkin. I can't remember what the small, but it's on my bookshelf at home. I would love Matryoshkas.
That just sparked my merch mind.
Yeah. Yep.
That would be really cool.
Oh yeah, because you could do one with me, like one where I have a beard.
It's all
then I
no,
don't
it's
have a
all
beard.
Frumpkin, and then the very teeny one is going to be you, like Frumpkin's final form.
You were Frumpkin the whole time?
Damn!
God damn it!
Okay, but let's see. There were clues along the way. Very good at spying.
Yeah.
Most people allergic to me.
Terrible at perception.
Terrible at my passive perception is 0.
Piss on everything.
I piss on a lot of shit.
That line about the cat porcelain statues.
Tell us about the porcelain cats.
I pulled that out of my ass. I've never thought about having cat statues before that moment, so I guess he has 9. 9 cats so far.
You pulled a porcelain cat
I pulled
statue
porcelain
out of your
cats
ass?
out of my ass.
Take that, Richard Gere.
Imagine if instead of Ford having to swallow swords, if Caleb had to eat cat statues, those would be different jokes we'd be telling everybody.
They would be.
Yep.
Yep.
Whole
Very
different
true.
line of jokes that we
just
would be
went.
telling.
Max, was it the Richard Gere joke, Max? He's gone. He literally waved. Oh boy. Laura, on this final episode of Talks, Piano77 wants
People will
to
freak
know.
out.
I'm just kidding. Laura's not pregnant. With twins. How does Jester feel being the one who has to scry on Yasha and see what she's becoming? How heavily does that weigh on her?
Oof.
Yes. Yeah, it's hard.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks.
It's hard. Oof. Yeah, it's hard to be the it's hard to be the one that everybody relies on to be the messenger, which I really, really enjoy, but it is also a lot of pressure. Just because, I mean, not that I would ever fuck it up, ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that, and then the scrying. Just, the thing I'm thankful for. I hope Matt isn't watching. Is that, like, it's not reliant on my memory for Jester to be able to like communicate what she saw, because the things that he says in those moments, I'm like, oh my god, and then it's like,
Yeah.
completely gone.
Yeah.
So.
And there's no way you can take notes fast enough.
No, no way. And so if I had to, like, if he only said it the one time and then Jester had to be the one to be like, so that she was in a library and the guy said something and there's
Yeah.
people, that's all I would probably be able to get out.
Yeah.
Just started to see the kill room.
Jester had to see the
Brutal.
room. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty dark.
Liam.
Yes, sir.
Critical Bard.
Hey!
Omega Jones. Name. What's a cooler name?
Person's name ever.
I got to meet him last week.
That sounds like a D&D character.
Actual name?
His actual
Omega?
name is Omega Jones.
That's
Did
the
he
D&D name.
People to know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on his Twitter.
It's
Oh,
on
okay,
his
okay.
Twitter, is it?
Yeah.
He knows.
I'll double check.
This isn't live. We'll blank it out. We're not live,
live.
are we, Zach?
That is the name of an action
We
star.
are live.
Yeah.
This isn't live.
Hey, it's on his Twitter. We're good.
Yay!
754 year of our Lord. Liam, what does Caleb see himself getting out of learning more dunamancy spells? Does he consider the repercussions of learning an unknown and potentially dangerous type of magic? Is it a power that he seeks, or is it merely the knowledge behind it?
It's both of those things. It's just knowledge for the sake of knowledge is up Caleb's alley, but also the audience knows this, we know it, but the 9 doesn't know it. He wants to learn how to manipulate the flow of time.
We don't know that yet?
No, nobody knows it.
Good to
Nobody
know.
knows it
I'm
because
glad
he's
you
never
reminded
said
me
it
of that.
out loud to anyone. But he wants to twist and move time and maybe travel through it. So dunamancy is good.
What does he want to do? Go back and uninvent fire?
Yeah, that's it. That's
If
how
you
he's
want to go,
gonna
if
do
you
it.
go back and you save your family, is that what you want to do?
Wow.
If you go back and you save your family, does that mean that Caleb never gets created? And then if Caleb never, like as you are now, ever gets created, then he will never be in the Mighty Nine. And if he's never in the Mighty Nine, then the rest of us probably would have died several times because you saved the day.
All that has occurred to me, and I'm not going to talk about it. Not talking about that part.
Oh, you don't want to accept all that praise? Well, she said that.
No, I mean, she's
The
dancing
riff,
around
yeah.
stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Oh, I get it. Laura, dance around this question from fake Connor Fitzy. Wonder who the real Connor Fitzy is. Guess we'll never know. Does Jester seeing Ford become a follower of the Wild Mother make her wish that she had done more to get him to follow the Traveler instead? How does she feel about this missed opportunity, considering how much more evangelizing she does than a Caduceus?
I do feel, Jester does feel like she's doing a pretty lousy job of getting more followers.
Okay.
Because she talks about how cool he is all the time, and nobody really believes her. Ford straight up was looking for another god, and then went with the Wild Mother. I've had some talks with Travis about it.
Oh, I can't picture a world where that's true.
Because the Traveler would have been a great patron for a warlock. The Traveler would have been able to do some really cool spells and some cool stuff for Ford. But
He was steadfast.
he likes flowers and vines and stuff. It's fine, and seaweed, whatever.
I mean, thank God Taliesin isn't here to hear you just describe the Wild Mother.
God, it's,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I think
Trying to make it sound like the lady I used to buy pot from before it was legal. That's the Wild Mother's much cooler than that.
that's true. That's true.
Wild Mother's got
Traveler.
all of her teeth still.
I am doing a bad job of getting other followers.
Because everyone thinks it's fake.
Potentially Mika.
It's tough for new religions, man. Always is the case.
You think those fools down there trying to hand out Scientology things, you think business is going well for them? You think put your hands on these put your hands on these things and I'll tell you whether or not, you have enough money for us to take. That's what people think about the Traveler. You walk around, grab this lollipop. The lollipop's the meter test.
The lollipop has nothing to do with the Traveler.
But what if somebody has a lot of cavities or they're diabetic? You can't just go around handing lollipops to people.
I don't hand out lollipops. If anything, I hand out dick statues.
That is true.
Well,
And those can be useful.
yeah,
That is also
That's
true.
hard to argue. That's hard to argue. All right.
You need to prey on the weak more, like some of those other organizations we
point.
discussed.
That's a good point. Maybe you should just turn evil.
I gotta look for more impressionable.
Eviler. Oh, not the Jester Nellor. Sorry.
Ew.
What?
I didn't like that look one bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do it again to that camera.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's a reason I'm a voice actress.
There is. Yes, there is. There is. Absolutely right. Featured in gear. Available now.
Get it right.
Well, listen, if you are not caught up on campaign 1, you should leave us immediately because we're now going to ask a few questions about the Dalen's Closet one-shot. Spoilers. Good night. Good night, all of you campaign 2 people. So long. We love you. Come back and watch this after you've caught up and you've seen the one-shot. We have a couple of stats for this one, too. Can't sing that on the air, please.
Oh, we probably can't.
Can't do that either.
Oh,
Nope. We can do Tears for Fears,
yeah?
and we can do Weird Al.
Got it.
Here's a couple of stats we've got for the Dalen's Closet. Do you say Dalen's or Dalen's?
I don't know. I always say Dalen's, but I think I'm wrong.
I think it's
I
Dalen.
think
Dalen's?
it's canon that the people across the globe of Exandria get confused between the two.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Caribbean or the Caribbean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People say both,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They say Pirates of the Caribbean. Vex is the only member of Vox Machina to have gotten the How Do You Want to Do This on both Silas and Delilah Briarwood. Something I'm sure you'll be talking about 30 years from now.
Yep.
I remember when I was a young.
Thanks, Mom. Great mom.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know who was on these lunch boxes of yours? Delilah Briarwood.
And I said, make her hot. And they did.
Here, let me show you my scrapbook.
Oh, God.
She answered the door with the tatas out, holding a bottle of whiskey. And that was me.
This is brilliant.
This is great. This is great future Laura Cannon.
Yeah.
Grog called Derrig 4 names other than Derrig. Deckard, Descartes, Durger, and Dimitri.
Yeah.
Dimitri was my favorite.
Dimitri
me
was
too.
great. Liam,
Yeah.
Ryan Shelf wants to know,
Yes, sir.
did you know ahead of time that Vax would be Scanlan's wedding gift to them? Or was that as much of a surprise for you at the table as it was for fucking everybody else?
I definitely did know that he intended to do
Oh,
that.
shit.
And I'm glad that he did because I needed to think about it. Not about what I would do, because I didn't plan what I was going to do, other than to tell them that they should be happy and to go live their lives.
Yeah.
But I would have been freaked the fuck out if he had just sprung that on me. And I think he texted Matt and I in the same thread and wanted to know if both of us would be cool with that. Matt said that he was. I said I needed to think about it. I went to bed, got up, and thought about it a lot because I don't really even see it as playing a PC anymore. I felt like I was coming in as an NPC. And I felt like we really glided it in for a very beautiful ending, and I didn't want to cheapen it or accidentally erase or muddy anything that we'd done. But I thought about it and about where he's at. And Matt's told me a little bit, and I have my only right before that game, because I asked to when making that decision whether or not I was okay with it.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad he did, because I had to kind of definitively decide where I thought what he was and where he was at.
What a great moment.
Yes.
It was really cool of Sam to text you guys ahead of time and say like, hey, I have this attention-seeking stunt. I just want to make sure if it's cool with you.
Yeah.
Laura, Chris Patterson wants to know, how does it feel to be responsible for the final death of both Briarwoods?
Oh, fucking awesome.
That arc is most people's favorite when talked about in campaign 1.
The Briarwoods.
And yeah. And I remember the night that you guys dressed up like the Briarwoods.
Oh, that was so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I think is pretty great is that I feel like Vex and Percy sort of look a little bit like them too. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely like what they could have been
kind of like
in a different
coin.
Yeah.
Different sides of the same
different
coin.
sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If anybody did anything like that, to Percy, I'd probably pull a Delilah.
For Schurzels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pulling a Delilah meant something else when I was growing up.
Gotta love Westerns.
Hey, Liam.
Yeah, Alistair.
Dane Alexander Stubbs wants to know, what was the in-the-moment inspiration for both Vax's new and disjointed mannerisms and the bone/fungus growths?
It's not fungus, and I just meant cordyceps-like in appearance. It's bone. The bone is supposed to be a physical manifestation of the tattoo he got of Keyleth's antlers, and he's owned by the Raven Queen, but I felt like this is a way to. It's like one piece of his humanity that she has no control over, and it expressed itself whether she liked it or not, and it's part of this thing that he is.
Wow.
It's dope.
Awesome.
As far as the way that he is, it's not like he went to Canada for summer camp, right? He is in like a metaphysical mystery box. And this is nothing Matt told me, but I was reminded of, there's a great Stephen King short story called The Jaunt. You know that one? It's about teleportation. In the future, people are able to teleport over vast stretches of space, planet to planet. But you have to be fucking asleep when you do it. Because if you're awake, you experience something when you go through it. And people come through and either die instantly from a heart attack and shock, or they come out raving and saying things like, it's longer than you think, it's longer than you think, it's longer than you think, and claw out their eyes. So that's not what it is.
I want to read it.
But it's a great story. Really unsettling. But even though he's been gone a year, who's to say how he even experiences time anymore? Like when he has
It could be
visited.
1,000 years, it could be a second.
It's like Interstellar, when they go down on the thing and then they get back and the guy's like, I'm fucking old now. Where the fuck were you guys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good reference.
that was a good scene. He's in a robe and he's like, oh.
That's how Vax should come out in a robe. But when he visited the Raven Queen, there were like strands of gold stretching into infinity in every he's not just in Connecticut. He's dead. He's whatever he is.
I think that made it so much harder.
Not to shit on Connecticut.
That
by the way.
that moment for him to be not just Vax, because I fully just expected that. As soon as Sam said it, I was like, oh, good, I'm going to get to talk to Vax again. And then,
You did.
well, I did, but then for him to be different and nothing nothing we said, nothing we could do would change that. Like you can't have that back. You can't have that loss.
It's a helpless
Erased.
feeling.
It
It's
really
a helpless
is.
feeling, yeah.
And my opinion about it was that all of his decisions, all of their decisions, but especially his decisions, had to have a cost. And the cost is I don't get to do these one-shots with the group in the same way they do, which is melancholy for me. I'll play anything with these guys around the table, but every time we're like, all right, it's another VM one-shot.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last one. We're not going to do any more VM
Yeah.
ones.
That's it?
I think that's it. That story's.
How could it get better than the way it ended?
Well, I feel like everything prior to that had been like, there's still more, and this one is like, okay,
Yeah.
we've said everything. We've said their goodbyes. We've wrapped everything up, and you can see them on their new life now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get to imagine where they go and what they do with the remainder
Yeah.
of their days.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
I like to think that, I just said this to Travis a couple days ago, that Grog just goes out, still just tries to kill things, and eventually tries to solo a Tarask out in the wild. Just goes down going, "Ah!"
Yeah. He's Drax in like so many ways.
He
in
could
like
never
ways.
be, couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Barbara Octaviani, how did it feel to be twinsies again, even for a brief moment? Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on that.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
It was
wonderful.
beautiful, though. It was beautiful.
I miss it so much.
And I love that we go back to the old seating arrangement for those one-shots, you know? Laura Sarah Jones Rigby wants to know, look at all these people giving us their real names. Fools! I will find you and drain your bank accounts. What was in Vex's mind when she was bound on the cliff and later while she was drowning?
Fuck me.
Would she have reacted differently if Vesper was at the wedding instead of asleep?
Yes. But I mean, that's straight up what was going through her brain from the get-go was, oh my God, the baby. And in no way did she want to like say that out loud to Silas, because that would just make it worse, right? If he knew that's the thing that would hurt more than anything else in the world, then he would have had that.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, it didn't get brought up more. It's because she didn't want to like speak it out loud. But fuck, during the getting knocked off a cliff and drowning, what? Like after we left, I was like, what was I supposed to do? What were we
Turn into a
supposed to?
goldfish.
Die.
What the fuck were we supposed to? We had to die. I mean,
Yeah.
that was it. There was
Yeah.
no option. When your hands are and your feet are bound behind you, there's no swimming. I really like that Taliesin like said he was able to swim up when your legs and arms are bound. There's nothing.
Yeah. Wouldn't
And
it-
I imagined they were hooked, like the feet and the
Yeah,
hands
that's what
were
I
hooked
pictured.
together.
That's what I pictured.
There's what?
Yeah.
You just sink.
Wouldn't it have been funny though? The entire campaign 1, the epicness of that journey, the home game, the fact that you've lived with these characters for so long. TPK in the Dalen's Closet one-shot.
That's the end of their story.
Would fucking give it to me, dude. You know what I mean? Like a Larry Clark movie.
Yeah.
I can't accept that. I could accept everybody dying except for Vex.
You made a deal.
I made a deal with a god.
I heard you say that.
Yeah, I made a deal with a god in a tomb. So, and all throughout the rest of the game, even when Vex died again, I was like, well, this isn't going to stick. We're going to fix this because I made a deal. So this is going to, it's going to fix itself
If
somehow.
Vex had died,
Yeah.
died, and the Raven
She did.
Queen was like, yeah, but then she didn't get brought back.
Okay.
If she was dead, and she was sent off and she went to the Dawnfather, right? Would Vax have been like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out, and he would have like left the Raven Queen? Would he have found a way to like say you didn't fulfill your pact to me and I'm done with you?
That's an interesting question. The campaign is over. I don't have any playtime to figure that out. But you can imagine it, as can the home audience.
I always like the art of like Vex like popping up for like a quick second and like Vax turning around and being like, sister, and then her popping back out and just being like,
Oh, yep.
Didn't you?
hi. Never mind, we're good.
So funny. All right, couple more. Vashante Kafas wants to know, Liam,
Yeah.
we didn't get to know a lot about Derek during the one shot outside of being married with 4 kids.
Oh shit.
Were there any other interesting tidbits of his backstory that you wish you
He's
could have
gone.
Yes, but I'm getting something.
shared?
Fuck, I meant to remember it, but I didn't, so I'm grabbing my phone.
Oh, how
What?
fun.
Well, I have the kids' names.
Oh,
He has
And the
3
wife
girls and a boy. Yes.
sweet.
He has
Where are they?
triplets.
His
right?
wife's name is Nell. The
just
girls,
like that great Jodie Foster movie.
Tay
Sure,
and a
Tay and a
win.
win.
Tay and a win.
To our audience, how many of you know the Jodie Foster movie Nell?
Laura and Liam too, apparently. The triplets are Bernie, Lita, and Maeve, and his son's name is Will.
That's cute.
After TV's Wilfred Ale?
Yeah, that's exactly why. I did that.
Oh, good lord. Well, he's got a promising future as long as he stays away from
It's
the
not
old
pronounced Friedel?
China White. What's
Friedel.
that?
Friedel. It's Will Friedel, I
Hey,
thought.
what's with the bare feet? Are you one of those people that takes your shoes and socks off on an airplane?
This is a Tarantino joint.
No, I'm not.
It is. It is now.
But I'm wearing sandals and my feet are cold and I don't want to put my shoes up on the couch. So
Oh, yeah, because we really care about that couch. That's where Max sleeps at night.
Yeah, but I just don't like shoes on a couch.
Is it bad luck?
I just don't like it.
Liam. Liam. Mm-hmm. Keep smiling like that while Laura answers this
Yay.
final question of the night. And it's from Caddy Wampus.
I'm ready.
Were any of the wedding plans, such as Vox Machina's roles in the ceremony, discussed out of game ahead of time? Sam and Ashley had prepared speeches. Did you and Taliesin write out vows or wing it?
Okay,
Everyone's been wanting to know this.
so
Who does their vows without writing shit out?
yeah, I thought that the
I
day
imagine
of
when
the
Flava Flav married Brigitte Nielsen,
He might be
Wow.
the one
he
exception.
probably winged it too.
Probably.
So I don't remember how exactly it happened, but both Sam and Marisha both thought that they were Talisons, right? Both Keyleth and Terry thought that they were going to be the best man.
As their players thought the same thing.
Yes, but so when we told Sam ahead of time, we were like, "Oh, by the way, you're going to be standing next to Vex." He was like, "What? No, I have a speech written for Percy," and it's like, "Well, you're standing next to Vex," and so
Yeah.
he was like, "Fuck!" and so I had to like rewrite a speech really fast.
Yeah.
The prior to the show, like, it fully felt like we were all getting ready for a real wedding.
It did.
Yeah, everybody
really
was
did.
running around in
Yeah.
their fancy clothes and
You were
getting
getting all
hair. and-
did up.
I know I got my hair did and my makeup done and everything, and it was like,
I had to run over to Matt and Marisha's house and get both of their outfits that they left.
yeah, yeah.
Well, name a thing we've shot where you haven't had to do that.
True.
Did you prepare
But I did-
your wedding vows? I hope you did.
I did. I didn't write them down though. I just thought them in my head ahead of time of like, this is probably what I'm going to say. And then when it was time for it, I almost fully blanked on what I was supposed to be saying. My shoes all have that same tag. Yeah. I rewatched when it restreamed. I watched the vows because I didn't remember what I said.
Yeah, well, it was
So I
a bit
wanted to
ago
see
because
it.
we had filmed it right before Ashley had to
Yeah.
go back to that cursed television
Yeah.
program.
And then sobbed like a baby all over again with you coming out. I was just like, pfft,
Yeah.
God, nobody could get their shit together. that
No,
night.
the
I was
entire studio,
destroyed.
you would think,
Yeah.
you would think it was Molly night all over again in the studio. Everyone was crying, clutching
I
each
was-
other. People were pouring Dr. Pepper into each other's mouths.
You're talking about literally just me.
It's about Danny. I didn't want to isolate it to just you, Danny. But yes,
You
I'm
just
talking about
called me the
just
fuck
Danny. So what you guys don't know is that during CR, Danny has one of those beer helmets that has like the thing, and then she's got Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome. I
She
want
sits
those
there with
now.
the-
Is it just
With Dr.
Somebody
Pepper.
send Danny a goddamn beer fucking.
Just so I can put Dr. Pepper in it.
it's not 2 containers of critter tears?
Oh no, those I shed myself.
Yeah, that the Dr. Pepper is to rehydrate
Pepper
her.
goes in, the
It's to
tears come
rehydrate
out.
her
You
from
recycle like a dune suit then.
Yeah. Instead of crocodile tears, she has Dr. Pepper tears. Well, thank you for joining me. That's all the time we have for tonight. We went a little extra, but we always go a little extra,
twin
don't
content.
we?
I know.
No more twin content.
No, there will be twin content.
But not game related.
You guys could play twins in the next.
could be
You guys get to be
twins
twins
whenever we
as
wanna be.
doing some voiceover again. You know, that'll be fun.
We're twins every day.
Maybe you can do your sessions at the same time. I don't know how good of agents you have, but
I love Laura.
Yes, I love Liam.
I love Lamp.
You also like little feet on puppets.
Man, I'm bummed you guys didn't answer the rest of the questions as puppets, but I
yeah.
understand it's hard for some people. That's all the time we have.
Oh my gosh, I love you all so much. Thank you for
Oh my
joining
gosh.
us tonight on Talk Smoky
That's the
Night.
I am
creepiest thing
so
I've ever
depressed.
seen.
What have I done with my
Everything is
life?
the best thing ever.
I regret all my choices.
It's
Someone
okay,
will die.
Caleb.
What are these knives on my chest? What is this bullshit?
Dagger,
That's,
dagger.
I can't. I tried to feed booze to the goddamn thing. I'd like to thank Liam and Laura for joining us tonight, but I can't. Reminder, no episode this Thursday, but we will be back next Thursday, September 19th at 7 p.m. Pacific for episode 78. Woo! For the 125th time, don't forget to love each other. Don't worry, my friends. It's almost Thursday. Stay tuned.
donuts.